All right, so this is on the weekly Facebook recap. We do this every week just to review how the week went. With this being the summer, I'm not going to say typically, but historically, May and June, like at least for the last few years, has been a slower time as far as the trades that we like to wait for. And really, I'm realizing now more than anything what it is. More so, I believe that during these months there is more volatility in the market, and as a result of that, we see fewer trades that we wait for. So we just get, we end up being in fewer trades. Like, it is what it is. Now, the bottom line is that that's coincidentally what it has been, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it's always going to be. So I don't, the reason I don't even bring it up or talk about it is because it's not necessarily what always is going to be. Just like, for example, the last 2 weeks, even me, I had no trades. This past week that we're just coming off of, I had 2 trades, but both trades came early in the week. So I think it was between Sunday and Monday. I ended up with 2 trades. For the remainder of the week, when I was on the platform, there were no more opportunities because they just weren't there when I was on the platform. So I'm speaking on this just to give context, as to what actually goes on, because you don't necessarily know what the market is going to do, but you have to allow the market to be the market. Like, you can't feel like, oh, well, I'm supposed to have X amount of trades every week, so, where are my trades? Oh, I need to take a trade because I didn't get a trade this week. You can't get into that mentality, and see, that's what we train not to do. So everyone that trains with me is not going to do that because I don't do that. So you're not going to do that either if you follow what I'm doing. You understand? So the objective is always to allow the market to do what it does naturally. Why? Why do we just let the market be? Because the market is going to do it anyway. You understand? So it doesn't matter whether you decide to allow the market to be the market or not. Even if you don't let the market be the market and you try to force your way into trades, the market is still going to be the market. So it doesn't make sense for you to do that and then make yourself vulnerable to losing. You understand? So that's basically what it is that I always want to make sure, that everyone understands as they're training and as they're just navigating the market. Don't try to be Mr. Cool, Mrs. Cool, and think that because you understand the framework for what we're doing, that it's okay for you to try to take trades when the market is not giving you a trade. The reason that we always going to win our trades is because we're going to allow the market to be the market and give us the trades. Instead of us trying to be, the ego maniac that feels like, well, I'm getting trades regardless, no matter what, because I got skill. It's not about that. The skill is allowing the market to be the market and never trying to force your will on the market, because if you try to do that, the market will punch you right in the face. And it'll let you know, like, I don't play those games. So while you trying to be Mr. or Mrs. Ego, the market is being the market no matter what. You understand? So don't fall into that category where you feel like you gotta take a trade just because you are on the platform and because the market is open. Just let the market do what it does. Like I said, historically and coincidentally, over the last few years that I've been trading on this platform, NADEX, the market has consistently throughout the summer months just not provided as many opportunities. It is what it is. So that doesn't mean like, oh, in the summer I'm taking off. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but I'm taking off all year round anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have a skill that just allows me to be where I need to be when the market gives it up and trades come and money comes. So the whole process for what we're learning and what we're doing and what we're executing is allowing us to just be consistent in the market, period. Like, so no matter what goes on, we're always going to consistently make money. And this is always going to be operated like a business, not operated like, you know, this is something that you can do no matter what the market is doing. I'm doing my thing. That's not how we move. And you better make sure that you don't move like that, because if you do, like I said, the market is going to remind you right away that it is in charge and you're not in charge. So, yeah, I definitely would. I need to talk about that. What's up, Jackie? Cam, what's going on? All is well, man. Yeah, man, I got the grizzly. Yes, indeed. The quarantine bid. Yes, sir. Yeah, I hope you well too, man. Good to hear from you. All right, so where y'all at, man? I don't see nobody. Or I think I see a couple of people. I see David, I see Tukey. What's happening, fellas? So when you guys come on, let me know how you guys did this week in training. Let me know how you did this week in the market if you did take trades. You know, if you did not take trades, I want you to really take pride in the fact that you're not taking trades and understanding why you're not taking trades. Like, that's a part of this business plan that we have. Like, this is a business plan that we're operating, and a very successful and profitable one. You have to realize the value of not losing money during times when so many other people are losing money. Like, there are a lot of people that find themselves being in the market when the market is either not presenting them with what they're waiting for, or they're just in the market because they trade and they feel like they are supposed to always be in the market. Either way, the market is always going to do whatever it wants to do. It's not doing what you want it to do. You understand? So you can't get into the mentality of thinking that it's okay for you to move the way that you want to just because you trade. You can't operate that way. You have to treat this the same way you would treat a multi-million-dollar business. Now, the reason that a business is multi-million-dollar is because it's run with efficiency. You can't have an inefficient multi-million-dollar business. Like, you don't make millions of dollars just because. You're earning at that level because you've successfully been able to scale up the business. You've been able to operate and run the business efficient enough so that there is more being reinvested back into the business in order to scale it up. That's how you get up to a position where you know, are able to generate millions of dollars in a business. So it's the operational aspect of running the business that creates any multi-million-dollar business. That's the same mindset that you have to have with what you do with trading, because trading has the potential for multi-million dollars. Like, I'm not even saying that to gas everybody up. Like, oh, you can become a millionaire trading. I'm not, I don't even talk about that. But what I am saying is that you need the mindset before it actually happens. So anything that you're trying to accomplish, which for the majority of us is financial freedom, time freedom, stress freedom, right? You want to be in position to be free. Period. Some of you want freedom of, from your job. I understand. But you need to position yourself in order to accomplish that. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm explaining to you is that the operation of your business is from the ground up, and it applies to every layer of the business. It's not just about trades. You understand? It's mainly about understanding why there are either no trades or ultimately there are trades. You understand? You got to know why. Knowing why is the efficient operation of the business. Not knowing why is the equivalent of your business is in the red. You don't know why nothing's happening. You're losing money and you don't know why. Oh, the business is not profitable. But I'm not sure why not. You understand what I'm saying? You can't function and operate an efficient business that way. You can't operate what we're doing that way either. If you don't understand why you're not trading, your business is not being run properly. If you don't understand why you did take a trade, your business is not being run properly. Like, does that make sense? So you have to understand why at all times. So for many of you that are newer, you're in the beginning stages of laying the foundation for what you're going to be in position to do as far as trading goes. And if you're training with TA, you're learning how to run an efficient business that's going to be profitable. You're not learning how to win some, lose some. You're learning how to win. And that's it. So again, winning equals understanding why you're not taking trades and why you are taking trades. That's the definition of winning. For us, that means when we don't trade, we know why. Oh, well, why we didn't take a trade this week? Because the market didn't give us a trade. So you took 2 trades this week. Yeah, the market gave me those trades. You see what I'm saying? Efficiency, knowing why. So I can't reiterate that enough when it comes to this, because like I said, just like with any other business that is run successfully and operated with efficiency, the reason that it's successful is because it's operated efficiently. They know everything that's going on with the business. This is the same thing that has to be done with what you're doing in trading. You need to understand why you're not taking trades. What is it about the market that said, no, don't trade? Got to be something. You see what I'm saying? So understanding why and why not. Super duper important, and it has to be a part of your plan. It can't be something you're excluding. Oh, well, why'd you take that trade? Oh, because I kind of felt like, it felt good to me. No. It felt good to me is not an acceptable answer. That can't be your answer. You can't run a business that way. You can't run no business like that. That's just like in a brick and mortar business. You spend $5,000 on something, and your COO is asking you, well, why'd you spend that on that? And you're like, well, I don't know. It just felt like it felt good to me. It felt good to you. But what's the point of, like, why'd you buy that? Is that going to help the business? Oh, no, I just like how it looks. Like, no, you don't run a business that way. So it can't be just based on how you feel. This is, again, why training and everything that we do is so important, because it puts you in the mindset that I'm talking about. For anybody training with TA, you already know, like, it's no BS. Like, we not here to play games. There's a reason that we're going to be consistently profitable. And it's not because we in the market taking trades all the time. Most of the time, it's because we not in the market taking trades all the time. We're literally waiting for the market, which is always right, to deliver us the trade that we're going to be in. If the market gives us the trade, we know that we're going to win that trade. How do we know that? Because the market is never wrong. That changes the whole dynamic of it. You see what I'm saying? So what if that's all you waited for? What if all you did was just wait for the market to give you money? You ain't never going to be broke. That's for damn sure. And because you have a business in place, you're in position to scale it up accordingly. So this is important stuff, man. This is important stuff. It really is. David, what's good, man? Everything is good. How was your week? How'd you do this week? Tuki said, how many reasons can Y be? Tuki, what you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean, what your question is. Elaborate on that a little bit. Jamal says he's 2-0, spent the week waiting and training. Excellent. Winston said no trades, week number 3. I know for sure I did not witness a good condition in the GU. Therefore, I kept my dollar because the market ain't going anywhere. Just relax, yo. There you go. Matthew, what up? Yep, so all right, so Winston is saying for the last 3 weeks, no trades. And just like I said, when I first came on, I didn't take any trades for the last 2 weeks. Like I took 2 trades this past week, and the trades were early in the week. They were Sunday and Monday. So like the reason that I'm bringing that up in particular is because literally the remainder of the week, there were no more trades while I was watching and waiting for the market. And again, so it's like, damn, well, we ain't have no trades, for going on 3 weeks. Like, what's up with that? And there's nothing up with that. That's a part of the efficiency of the business. What do you mean? Because we know why we did not have any trades. Make sense? See, so as long as you understand why and why not at all times, you're running an efficient business. If you don't, that's when you are jammed up. I don't know why I'll be seeing the comments all the time. There they go. Dang. My bad, Joe. What's up, Catherine? What's up, Lisa? Torre, what's good? Melanie, what's happening? I see Patty. What's up, Patty? All right, cool. Yeah, so y'all let me know how y'all did this week. Let me know how training was for you. What you got out of it, etc. Like just another example. Just like what we doing right now. When we do this recap every week, think about that for a second. Like, we do a recap every week at the end of the week. Why? Think about it. It's like, just like in an actual business, you have to keep on top of and review your productivity for the week, right? Like in a business, how do you break down productivity and like, what did you actually do that's going to go towards the growth of the business? Like, what'd you do all week? You understand what I'm saying? Did you just open up the business and that was it? Or did you get some more information about something that'll help with the growth of the business? Did you learn something that'll prevent you from losing revenue? You see what I'm saying? The only way to know that is to literally review and go over what you've done. That's what this is. That's exactly what the recap does. When you talk about the way that you've elevated, either through training, something that you saw, something that you didn't do, like your patience might have increased. You got to talk about it. Like, the reason that you talk about it is because now when you bring it up, someone else listening, it'll trigger them, and they'll be like, oh, you know what? I can relate to that, because that's kind of happening with me too. And then the next thing you know, it's like a ripple and a domino effect, and now everybody just becomes more and more aware and is beginning to see this the way that it should be seen. You have to see this as a business. It can't just be something that you're doing. You understand? This is way too valuable for you to just look at it that way. It's way too valuable. This is crazy. What you actually have in your hands. You have a trading business. Trading as in every time that you are in the market, money comes. And you can keep scaling up to however big you want it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Joel said, "Oh, no, this week still working on my timing of behavior." Very good. Very good. David said, "I traded earlier in the week on Monday. Didn't see many opportunities after that. It's the foot on the gas with 301 to stay prepared for next week." See? That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. So when we make reference rinse and repeat, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about certain things, 301 to repeat, all of that is a part of the business plan. I hope that you guys understand and you realize that 301 on repeat is not because I got to do that. It's annoying. For one, it's not annoying. It's really not. Every time that you listen to it or you watch the training, you elevate. It's not boring. You know what I'm saying? I understand if something is mundane and it's the same repetitive shit all over and over and over again. It's actually not that. Literally every time that you listen to training, you hear something that just is oh snap, damn, I'm just catching that for the first time. This is one training I've personally watched more than 3,300 times, and literally every time I listen to it, I hear something else every time. It's how's that even possible? This is what goes on. This is what happens. And a lot of it has to do with just the fact that I'm already in the frame of mind where I'm looking at it like it's a business. You understand what I'm saying? So because I'm looking at it like it's a business, I'm already trained to hear something that's going to help to grow. Something that is a part of the business that I'm running. It could be part of the mindset, which is me. It can be part of an elevated understanding of the framework, which is the nuances in the market that we learn about and that we train on every week and every day. Learning the nuance in the market is crazy to me. Because you damn, just when I thought I knew everything, here's something new. And it's not even that it's something new. What it is, it's an elevated level of something that you already knew, which is even more crazy. So that goes to show you how you are perpetually growing and elevating your skill set, not just in the market, but also in your mindset. So the mindset and the market meet up together as you train all the time. This is why I obsess over training, because I know what it does. It's going to elevate me on both sides, the market side and the mindset side. And that's why when I function and when I operate in trading, I'm unstoppable. I can't be stopped because everything I'm doing has me right in line with what the market is doing. Meaning, I'm never going to just take it upon myself to try to deviate from what we're being trained to do just for the sake of trying to get into a trade. Why do that when I can just wait for the market to give me the trade? And the market is going to give it up when it wants to. Let it be. I'm going to just let the market do what it do. And that's it. I ain't going to do no other shit. Under no circumstance. Because I know that doing anything else is going to make you vulnerable to what the market is capable of doing to anybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not immune just because you have experience and because you're trained well. I'm trained very well. I'm not immune to nothing. If I go out and do something dumb, it can happen to me. So everything I do, every moment of the day, is really doing something to build the business, meaning I'm doing something to elevate me all the time. And because of that, what happens is I suffocate all of the nonsense. So I'm raising up my mindset, and I suffocate all of the bullshit. So I'm never going to deviate from the framework that we do in the market. Does that make sense? It's like I suffocate it before it even has a chance to pop up. Because you know how people talk about, oh, I get tempted. Nah, ain't no I get tempted no more. Nah. You gotta out-train temptation. You gotta train that shit out of you. That's what you gotta do. And it's so funny because just like we were talking about, I think it was on live stream. Matter of fact, it was this past week. How people, they'll set themselves up to lose. But then they won't accept responsibility for the loss. They're going to blame something else. And then when they get tired of that, then now they give up and they want to quit and they lose. So it's like, not only did you lose a trade, you actually lost because now you're not even doing it no more. Because you're refusing to give up and yield your bullshit in exchange for elevation so that you can just do what you're supposed to be doing instead of doing what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? That's the ego. It's like your ego can't let go of bullshit. The ego always is like, nah, it wasn't me. That shit just don't work. That's your ego talking. You know that that's not what it is. So if you feel that way, that's your ego puffed up. And yet that's not where you want to be, because the ego going to keep your ass broke. Trust me when I tell you, your ego will keep you broke. And I don't just mean financially broke. You're going to be time broke. You're going to be stressed out. So you ain't going to have stress freedom either. You're going to be stressed. And the thing about it is that you can do that shit as long as time go by and you alive. You literally can do that forever. However, how long you want to do it for? How old are you now? 35? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you have to stop bullshit and yield your ego to the person that is humble enough to receive everything that needs to be done in order for your success to come. It's like you're swapping. You're allowing this person that you are now to be broken down and broken apart in exchange for this person to grow. It's a swap, and it's a choice that you make. Training every day is a choice that you make. That's how you become the new person. You ain't gonna be able to do what you want to do as the old person. So you have to become somebody new. You want freedom, but freedom is not going to the old you. It's going to the new you. You have to move into the new person that you want to be. Shit's crazy, man. It's true though. Matthew said, only entered one trade this week. Mine was elsewhere, so use the rest of the week for mental trades and time and training. See what I'm saying? Like, when this is what I mean about the efficiency. Even that statement alone, what he just said. He said my mind was elsewhere. What do you mean by that? So in other words, I didn't try to force nothing. I wasn't really I didn't want to trade like that. So I used the rest of the week to do training and other shit. That's efficiency. That's not, I'm supposed to get at least 4 or 5 a week. And now you are, you're not focused, and you mess around in the market doing extra shit because you feel entitled to 4 or 5 trades a week. You understand? Efficiency. So the more discipline and the more patience and everything that you're developing, what it's allowing you to do is to execute the plan. And our plan is very simple. It's very simple. It's just train. The plan is training and understanding why you're not doing bullshit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You training out in patience. I know that some people deal with, you know, the whole idea and emotion that comes with, damn, you know, it's been like 3 weeks and I haven't got to trade. Man, you know, I really want to trade. I miss trades. That's just your emotions talking. Because as your business acumen continues to develop and to grow, you don't even think about trades. The trades is the least thing that you're thinking about. What you're thinking about is the process. The process is always the key. The process is always the thing at the forefront. You know that by always executing the process, you'll know why. Oh, no, we didn't get any trades this week. But we know exactly why we didn't get any trades this week. Great week. This is how you start the thing. You're moving away from emotions. It's just like being emotional in business. Can you be emotional in business and survive? No. No. In business, emotions make you make dumb mistakes. Because you're emotional about something. Emotions will prevent you from doing things you should do and make you do stuff you shouldn't do. So we need to push those to the side. How do you do that? Suffocation and training. That's how you do the repetition. That's it. It's not hard. So the reason I talk about all this stuff is because this is stuff I go through too. That's why I can bring it up. I'm very familiar with everything I talk about. So all the stuff that I talk about that people do is stuff that I've done. That's why I know. Because it's like, well, damn, how you know that? He talking about me though. I am you. I'm you. Whatever stage you at right now, like whatever point that you are right now, I'm you too. That's how I know. Without you even having to tell me nothing. I get messages all the time. People be like, yo, when you was doing the training, I swear that you was talking about me. We all the same, man. I know what we be doing. I know what you're doing. That's exactly why before you do it, or before you do it again, I'm already on it. And I'm like, nah, don't do that. Train it out of you. Suffocate that shit. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna go that route. We're gonna train. And that's how we move over and over again. Stan said, market was way too fast for me, so I stayed patient and trained. That's it. Melanie said, the thing that hit me hardest this week in training is when you said that MRMH is not something we look for. Ooh. Come on, Melanie. Come on. She said it's not something we look for. It's something we wait for. Yo. Yeah, that's it. Like the whole series that we doing right now in training is crazy because I know I forgot what the other one was, the first one. But whatever the first one was, did mad trainers on that. But it was like something elevation. And then the next one after that is what we doing now, observation elevation. So it's like now you're elevating the way that you're seeing the market. Not just that, you're elevating the way that you're functioning in the market. That's why that's so hard, because it's like, oh snap, I'm just realizing I'm no longer looking for something. What you're doing is you're actually looking at instead of looking for, right? So if you think about that, it's like, well, all I got to do is just look at the market. Instead of the mindset, yeah, let me get on the charts and look for a trade. We're not looking for a trade. You got to remember the trade is going to find you. If you look at the market, the trade finds you because you're allowing the market to give you the trade. Hello? Let's rewind that. You look at the market gives you the trade, so you don't have to look for a trade. So you literally wait for a trade, right? Come on, man. It's a whole nother level. See, like, it's an elevated level of what we do already. People, and this is another thing too, like for newer people, when you're new in this environment with TA, I know that some of the things that I say is like, oh snap, I'm not really sure what he's talking about, but it sounds crazy. You have to give yourself time to grow. You have to realize that no matter where you've been and what experience level you might already have, like there are people that have been trading NADEX for 5-6 years that come to me and they're like, yo, you know, I've been on the platform for mad long, but I'm not consistent yet. And I know exactly what you're saying, but you have to remember that what you're saying has more to do with self-awareness of yourself than anything else, which is the beginning to making the change. So yes, first thing that you do, confess. Confess, that's what you're doing. I've been trading on NADEX for 5-6 years, but I'm not consistent. I want to be consistent. I want to learn the skill set. So you know what it is that you don't have. It's the skill set. So what you're looking for as far as being consistent, what's required for that is the skill set. What's the skill set? Mindset. And of course the framework. The easy part is the framework. What we do in the market is easy. All you got to do is wait for the market to give it to you. So now we are left with the mindset. The key word is wait for the market. Well, what does wait mean? How do we do that? Patience. Discipline. While you're waiting, don't do dumb shit. While you're waiting, stay off of Google looking for signals. While you're waiting, stay off of Google looking for another strategy. Patience and discipline. You already got a framework that works all the time. This works and you will not lose with it. But you have to do it. Meaning you have to allow the market to give this to you. You can't deviate doing other shit, trying to force your way into a trade because you feel entitled to a trade because a couple of weeks went by. And like I said, if you're new, you got to give yourself that time in the beginning for the what? The foundation to be laid. I literally had a conversation with somebody today in the group, and it was like, yo, seemed like you focusing like, you know, kind of too much on the first two phases. And as I, you know, I'm letting him talk and like hear himself out. And then he's like, oh yeah, but you know what though? No, that's actually right though. And I'm like, well, why? And he's like, because you really can't get to the last phase without the first two phases. You're trying to build the house without the foundation. You can't. And what'll happen is that the more that you're worrying about the house and how it looks, how many bedrooms it has and all the square footage, and the less attention you're putting on the foundation, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Because if you don't lay that foundation properly, all this house that you built on top is going to fall. Something happen that'll shake up that foundation that ain't strong, the whole house collapses. The foundation wasn't built on bedrock. You built the shit on mud. You worrying about the house. Oh, this is a beautiful house. All right. It was beautiful until the earthquake came. You know, that shit wasn't even 4 on the Richter scale. And your house is gone. The whole house. What happened? The foundation wasn't laid properly. So, again, it's like we back to square one again. When you knew, give yourself the time that you need in the beginning to lay the foundation. Don't try to build the house yet. You're trying to jump into the market and start taking trades. Don't do that. Give yourself the necessary time to train. You got to work on just being patient. If you learn how to just become patient and disciplined, you're going to execute the framework over and over again. Next thing you know, MRMH comes, you see it. Follow through trades come, you see it. Come on, man. This is, it's like, it's so crazy. It's so simple, yet it becomes difficult because we are difficult with ourselves. That's what it is. Lisa said, having been with TA for only 5 weeks, with the market doing what it's been doing, has given me the time to work on patience, to wait for the trades when they arise in the future. Exactly. And here we go. OCD won't allow me to break my training routine. So, in other words, because she's been training properly the way that she should be training from the beginning, now she can't do, it's impossible to do extra shit and dumb shit because she has OCD too. So your OCD won't allow you to do no extra shit because that's not what you was doing from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? That's why, and this is for me something that's crazy too. That's why I'm very selective with what I do, because I know I have OCD. It's like, I know if I'm going to do something, I'm going full blown. And if I'm not going to do something, I'm not doing it at all. There's no in between. There's no gray area. Like, I can't do it a little. And all, like everything that goes on with the training and just the way that I trade and everything, all of that was born from my OCD. I told the story so many times about, like, when I started on NADEX, I was like, I don't want to lose. I don't give a shit about what people talk about with a win rate. I don't give a shit about that. I don't want to lose at all. How about that? Like, this was my thinking. And once again, because I have OCD, that thought process, that's what I was working on. All right, I got to figure out how not to lose. Here we are. She said 301 over P 24/7. That's it, man. That's it. Shawnee, what up? He said 0-0 for the week. Great week of observation and capital preservation. Let's go. Let's go. Business is good. Jamal said, this is good. Never build a house on sand. Yes. Yes. I mean, it's so solid, man. Like, you know, as you process what it is that we're doing, that's why I love to use analogies that you can, you know, connect with when it comes to business, because that applies 100% to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like if you owned and operated a restaurant, you can't serve nobody no bad food. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this food right here, it was left out, and then somebody put it back in the freezer, and then you try to serve that to somebody. Like, no, it was left out. They got to go in the garbage. We can't serve that to them. You see what I'm saying? Versus the owner that's like, nah, we can't throw out no food. You crazy? Nah, throw that shit back in the freezer. It'll be all right. And then somebody mess around and get sick and food poisoning, salmonella or some shit in your restaurant, right? And now the health inspectors come through and they're like, yo, this what y'all doing in here? Oh, we're gonna have to shut y'all down now. You can't open. That's the difference in the mindsets between operating the business efficiently and then operating shit half-ass because you trying to do extra shit. It's about the long game. It's like, well, what are we actually doing? Do we want to be in business indefinitely? Or are we just trying to make as much money until they shut us down? You see what I'm saying? Nah. The thought process has to be, this is a long-term business. This is the family business. I'm passing this knowledge off to my kids, and this is going to be generational. You understand what I'm saying? That has to be your mindset. And when your mindset is that way, that's how you're going to move. So now you won't do bullshit and be playing around with it. Like, I find that, like, some people play games with what we doing. I don't understand it. But everybody is different. It's just like the difference between the restaurant owner that's throwing the food out that was left out versus the owner that wants to put it back in the freezer to sell it to somebody later. Come on, man. Like, nah. But that goes to show you, like, this actually goes on. I just used 2 examples of real shit that happens in real life. You really do got restaurant owners that's like that. We ain't throwing that out. We can't afford to lose that. We can't afford to throw that out. Put it back in the freezer. Come on, man. That's not how we run in our business at all. So, yep, that's the thought process, man. And you know, another thing is that's why no matter what you go through emotionally and just like in your life, we always are gonna go through shit. We gonna go through shit. It's not if you're gonna go through. It's, well, how you gonna deal with it when you go through it. Something's gonna happen. It always does. So it's more so about how you are able to handle and navigate whatever it is that happens. And this is another thing that training does, because we're training to elevate mindset. The more patience and discipline that you have in life, the more that you're able to operate in life. You're functioning with less emotion, and you're looking at things just more objectively. The more emotional that you become about anything, it clouds your judgment to make decisions when you have to. You see what I'm saying? So that's invaluable. That's why mindset is so important. It's super important. It's not just for trading. It's not just for trading. But my point is that it's definitely necessary for trading if you want trading to be something that you do successfully. You see? So you got to make that decision, like, yo, you know what, I'm going to stop playing games and really just do it. And then, boom, you train and do it right from the beginning. You heard what Lisa just said. 5 weeks and out the gate, off the rip, she was doing it right. Plus got OCD. So now she can't do it wrong. That's how you want to move. That's how you want to move. And what you're doing is you're putting yourself right in position. So now what's going to happen is when you get to the point where you're going to actually be in the market and ultimately taking trades, what kind of trades you think you're going to be taking? You're trained to take trades when the market gives them up. And the market ain't never wrong. Well, that's what we're talking about. Come on, man. Like, this is why. This is why we're going to be consistent. No matter what. Yep, no matter what. You know, like, I just to be fully transparent and honest, I feel good. I feel awesome when I don't take trades. And I know why. And I'm like, damn, I wonder if it's just me that feels that way. But I know other people feel that way too. But I be really feeling real good. Like, damn, man. Nope, we ain't gonna be tricked. Just ain't gonna be tricked, period. So it's like knowing that you can't be manipulated. I think that that's like more so a better way to describe it. Think about having your business acumen is so solid. It's like nobody can sway you otherwise. Like you can't be swayed to do some stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's the equivalent that I can give for how it feels. Knowing that you just cannot do no dumb shit no more. Like some people got to get to that point, but it's different when you just there. And that's what I'm describing. I'm describing what it feels like when you're just there. When you are at that point, it's like emotionally, it's not emotions involved in it at all. Like it's not, we ain't doing no dumb shit. Oh, well, you ain't have a trade this week? Nah, there was no trades. Huh? There was no trades. Mark, you didn't take a trade? No. Nope. And we ain't even gonna talk about when you get in position where when you do take a trade, that one trade is like a couple of months of your bills paid, or for one trade. And then you come to a time period where the market is giving you 3-4 trades a week. And you're like, oh shit. Mind you, it's not that you did anything extra to find more trades. We don't look for trades. What do? We wait for trades. So literally, here we go. Market deciding and dictating, and we letting the market be the market. And because you were patient from the beginning, you only had to do the project one time. So if you're doing project 21 or you're doing 30 trades of freedom, you do it once. Get in position. Once you're in position, boom. Now you're in position, but you function in the same way that you was functioning the whole time in the beginning when you wasn't taking no trades. Right? That's what Lisa represents. Right now, at this point, she's the perfect example because she knows that she's doing it. She just said it. She just said it. She's like, and then on top of that, and my OCD is not going to let me do nothing else. It's just 301 on repeat 24/7. Torre getting excited and calling me. I know he didn't know he did that. Torre, you butt dialing or something. Shadi said exactly. We don't get tripped up. We patient on this side. That's it. And it's like it ain't nothing. It's like it after a while. It's like it ain't nothing. Like this is what we do. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's what we do. And it's a beautiful thing. So, just in closing, the last thought that I want to leave you with is like, understand that the same thing that you're going to be doing when you get in position is what you need to be doing right now. And what's going to happen is the repetition of the 301 on repeat is easing you into what you're turning into. It's like it's not like a full-blown boom. It's a gradual growth. Like you're slowly making your way by developing these skills. You grinding with your patience. You grinding with your discipline. You grinding with your understanding of the framework. You slowly taking your time getting there. You grinding when you observe the market and start recording and start looking at the nuances. It's grind. Like it's not, oh, I snapped my finger and I was just there one day. No, the work that you put in is why you're going to be there. And it's how you're going to get there. So grind. Like, don't be the instant gratification person. Grind it out. And don't feel like you don't have to grind. You got to. Even once you in position, you still grinding. What's crazy is I train more now than I've ever trained. But guess what? I'm also making more money now than I've ever made. You think that's accidental? I take damn near 10 times fewer trades and making 10 times more money. What happened? The grind. This is what I'm saying. Like all of these elevated levels of growth come through the grind. I've been grinding the whole time. I wasn't always where I'm at now, like mentally and otherwise. Even the way I used to trade was different. It was the same framework, but there was just more. Now I'm like, nah, I don't want to do more. I want to do less. I like time. I like having my time. So I put more value on my time. And what it did was allow me to find the niche in the market that allowed time to work. And that's where we are now. Look at where we are now. Come on, man. That's the grind. Take your time, man. Take your time. Jeffrey, what's good, man? Said late to the party. Yeah, better late than never. You made it. Jeffrey, how'd you do this week? Let me see if you can respond, because I know that this has a delay on it. How was this week for training for you? And also, did you take any trades or no? Yeah, man, but telling y'all the grind. The grind is it. And it's like, it's not an accident. Like, nothing is happening by chance. Like, none of this is chance. All of this is happening on purpose. You understand? There's nothing left to chance. Like, oh, nah, he just what? Lucky? No. And if there is such a thing as luck, then you create your own luck. How about that? How about if you're the type to believe in luck, I believe you create your own luck. How about that? So we're not dealing with nothing that nobody can't do. We're dealing with something that everybody can do. Everybody is not going to do it, but anybody can do it if they wanted to. So you really just are making the choice to do it or not do it. And it's cool. Whatever choice you make is the choice you got to live with. It's nobody else's choice. It's yours. But just understand, when you're looking at your choices, you have to weigh and you have to compare. So it's like, wow, do I want all of this freedom? And am I willing to just grind to get to that? Or do I want to come over here and just try it my way and do some shit over here? Make your choice. And whatever choice you make, you're going to have to live with it anyway. So to me, I'm like, well, I'm definitely choosing freedom over everything. So whatever I got to do to get to that, that's what I'm willing to do. Period. So I think that just putting it into its proper context will help a person more so on the journey, because a lot of times people get caught up in their emotions when they come out along the journey. They get caught up in the tug of war and the struggle of emotional shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You have one day or 1 week or one period of time that throws you off and you're like, oh man, I don't know what happened. You got to grind through that. You got to train through that. You understand? That's not the time to start thinking about doing other shit. That's the time to train more. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I've done. How do I know that? I've done it. It's just like when I had made the decision to take fewer trades. That wasn't an easy decision because I'm like, damn, I'm giving up a lot of money taking fewer trades. But as soon as I allowed myself the time I needed to think about it, I'm like, wait, I can take fewer trades. Just scale up. Oh shit. Oh, we can scale up. That's right. Now mind you, now I got to deal with the emotion of scaling up. Yo, I could take y'all through so much shit. Listen, I had to deal with the emotion of scaling up. Remember that when you increasing your contract size, there's emotion that comes with that. Cause you're like, oh man, I was doing about 15, 20 contracts. Now I'm doing 30. Whew, man. And to me, it's not that I thought I would lose, but there just was emotion that went along with the number. But what did I do? I had to push through that shit. Went straight to work. Just do what you do. This is me talking to myself. Just do what you do, though. So what? You taking fewer trades. Take better trades. Take the best trades. Take the best ones. And then that's exactly what it turned into. It was like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to take the best ones. Everybody can take the best ones. That's what I'm going to show everybody else how to do too. All right, we all taking the best ones, and that's it. However many that is. And it just kept getting fewer and fewer and fewer. And people that have been around know exactly what I'm talking about. It came down to when I did the 1 a day challenge. There was a time where I was taking 3-4 trades a day. Then I went to 2. Then I went to 1. Then we started talking about, well, what if you only end up with 1 a week? Again, scale up. That means you got to scale up now. You scared to do it? You scared to scale up? Why are you scared? You shouldn't be scared. Why? What's the difference? What's the difference between 1 and 100? The same trade. Grind. This is how you grind through. Like, I'm giving you exact examples of how to grind. This is what I had to do. I didn't always trade hundreds of contracts. I wasn't doing that. Especially not in the beginning. It was a journey. I'm not scared to do it. But I didn't just snap my finger like, yeah, I'm gonna just trade hundreds. No. Because you gotta get to hundreds. How do you do that? You gotta win. But if you are focused and your mindset is what it needs to be, all you gotta do is execute your winning process over and over again, and don't even think about the numbers. That's how you grind through it. So now your confidence elevates because you're like, shit, yeah, you're right. It ain't no difference. This is the same shit I was doing when I was trading one contract. Same trade. I'm doing the same shit, same process. Rinse and repeat. This is where all of this came from. And it's crazy when I talk about it and when I go back to the emotional feelings that I had at the time. The emotions were there. Like, I'm not immune to that. I felt the emotions. But I didn't allow the emotions to supersede my thought process and my mindset. My discipline was like, nah, I'm not going to do no dumb trades. I'm going to do what I do. Grind. I saw some comments. Let me come back. Rich said, take your time and grind until your cornmeal is fine. Lisa said, she said, the crazy thing is I don't even have the desire to trade yet. Wow. That's all. I hope y'all catch that. I hope y'all catch that. Like, understand that for a second. There's no thirst. She don't got the thirst. You know how people are thirsty? They thirsty to trade. When you in training and you grinding through and you working on yourself, there's no rush to try to trade. Your whole thought process is to grind and to train. Because you know where that's bringing you. It's bringing you to the new person that you're becoming. That ain't never gonna lose. You got to become that person. How do you become that person? Training. And you can only train at that level by grinding. Grinding means you just don't stop. It's no matter how slow you moving, you still moving though. Yeah, I know I'm moving slow, but I'm still moving though. Tell you, man. Jeffrey said training nonstop, was listening to Thursday training and replacing the window screens around the house. Didn't hear a notification. 0-0 for the week. Yes. Stan said trade one contract to 50 instead of one contract 50 times. Not less risk. Okay. Yes, I understand what you're saying. So you mean trade 50 contracts one time instead of trading one contract 50 times. I think that's what you're saying. If I'm wrong, correct me. Rich said, have a thirst for the skill. Boom. There you go. There you go. In a nutshell, Shawnee said, my emotion, this is good. I know this is going to be good because he's talking about scaling up. He said, my emotion that came with scaling up was just me thinking about how bullshit I could, thinking about how much bullshit I could buy with the amount I was risking per trade. It was never being scared per se because confidence comes from confidence. And I have total faith in our framework. Right. Right. And you know what that is. That's just buyers. That's the shopper in you. That's the shit right there. Like, your significant other, you have a conversation with them about how big your trade might be. And in their mind, they like, what? Oh, I could buy this with that. Or I could buy that. You see what I'm saying? They immediately going into that thought process. So I definitely can relate to that. I know what you're saying. Thinking about all the shit that you could buy with what you are putting on that one trade. Right. And it's like, nah. That one trade is a part of the capital requirement for the trade that you're taking. And that's all it is. And mind you, you worked your way up to that point, though. That's the part a lot of times that people be forgetting, too. It's like, you thought I deposited this. Nah. Deposited $100. Put $100 in this account, man. Everything you see in this account now was work, skill, execution, rinse and repeat, slow and steady, 1-0 forever. That's what this was. And that's what this is. And that's it. The end. That's it, man. Okay, so that is what you meant, Stan. Got you. Yep. Yep. So again, you know what it ends up boiling down to is the same principle of quality over quantity. We don't need a lot of trades. I love the fact that I know all I need to do is just wait for the market to give me money. Like, you don't understand how much stress you leave behind you by being in that point, in that position. This shit is wonderful. Ain't no stress. People be stressed when they in the market trading. Y'all realize that? We was talking about that this week. Remember I told you about the day traders when I was coming up in the financial markets and when I worked on Wall Street, and how I used to see day traders and how they were stressed. See one guy, like he was a grown man crying like a baby. He was a grown man, boo-hooing in front of everybody, stressed out over trading. And that kind of stuck with me. I was like, damn, I don't never want to be him. I don't never want to be involved with nothing that's gonna make me be crying in front of other people, and I'm a grown ass man crying. Nah. So yeah, man, people be stressed, and like, what we doing is the extreme opposite of that. Yep. Catherine said found 301 placed in the queue. Catherine, how many times have you listened to 301? How many times have you watched it so far? Oh, that's the angel. I'll try to see what emoji that was. She got the little angel with the halo. That's what it is. It's 301 on repeat. 301 on repeat. You said once over 2 years ago. Oh, okay. I think I understand what you mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because when you were here before, 301 didn't even exist yet. But I know what you mean. I think at the time it might have been, it either was 55 or it might have been even number 6. If it was 2 years ago, it probably was 55. But yeah, so 301 is the one though. Number 301 on repeat. What's up, Tracy? Tracy, how was training for you this week? Yeah, I remember mostly everything. Mostly everything. I got selective memory, so. Yeah, but that's all you need, Catherine. 301 to repeat. Stay plugged into the group chat. If you have questions about stuff, ask your questions. Don't hesitate to ask. Tracy said it was really good. I make progress with each session. Just working on observing and recording more. Very good. Very good. Bang, bang. Lisa said, I look at TA training like boot camp. TA training has prepared me for my first trade without fear. See, Lisa gonna be a sniper when she get to it. That's what it is. Yep. Sniper. One shot. One kill. Tracy said no trades, of course. Yep. Yeah, Tracy is another one with the patience. And moving properly. She says she's at 5301 views. Go ahead, Tracy. I know you got it written down on the chalkboard, right? Is this another OCD group member? OCD Anonymous. Lisa said, waste no ammo. Yep. None at all. Yep, so that's how we moving, man. Yeah, so this was excellent, man. This is why the recap is important. Like, you see how much stuff we cover on the recap just about what it is that we're doing, like just to have context and to be able to see everything that you actually doing every week. It's different when you can actually see how you're grinding and how you making progress, like week after week. You know, your 301 views building up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get to the point where just off a straight habit, you'll be watching 301 2, 3, 4 times a day without thinking about it. Like, it'll be like breathing. Like literally right now, every day, I'm at a point where I'm watching 301 no less than 6, 7 times a day. On some days, 9, 10 times. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even feel like I did that. But I did, like, literally 7 to 10 times a day without thinking about it at all. Come on, man. And just like I said earlier, this is the most I've ever trained. Coincidentally, this is also the most money I've ever made. But it ain't a coincidence. They go hand in hand. Training keeps all of my bullshit suppressed. My bullshit don't even come up, like, at all. It's there. It has no effect, though. I don't give it room to. I suffocate it. It don't have a chance to do nothing. Oh, well, Mark, how are you so calm? I'm telling you how. I train, man. Train all day. That's what I be doing. Yeah, man. Don't worry, Tracy, you home. It's a bunch of us. Yeah, at least another one. She got it bad. Shawty said, indeed, act as if at all times I act as if I trade 300 contracts as far as training. My discipline to wait on the market, my routine, the whole 9. Act as if, and it's inevitable. Keep the momentum going. Yes. That's it right there. Keep the momentum going. Boom. That's the repetition right there, man. It's just like how somebody, like, you ever see somebody that works out when they get chiseled, like chisel. You like, damn. Like, shit is all right. And it's like, when you get to a certain point, you have to keep up a certain regiment to continue to have that look. If you slow down or stop the regiment, the look is going to start to fade away. You don't just stay chiseled just because. How do you stay chiseled? How do you keep the six-pack? How do you keep the six-pack? Reps. Repetition, man. That's how you do it. Same shit. At least said she got it bad. Yep. But bad is good, man. Bad is good. Yep. Here, bad is good. TA, bad is good. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. I'll see y'all on training on, what's today? Saturday? Yeah, tomorrow. Yep. I'll see y'all on training mañana, man. All right, y'all enjoy the weekend. Be safe out here. I'm holla. Oh, there go Walker. Hold on. He said can't stay chiseled unless you keep chiseling. Woo! He come on with a nugget and just drop the mic real quick. Can't stay chiseled unless you keep chiseling. Boom. All right, y'all. I'm out.